Hey kids, what time is it?
What time is it?
It's community conversations time.
It's community conversations time. That's right. From the beaches of South Florida to the hills of Tennessee. From New York to Hawaii. Tell your friends that community conversations is about to inform the next generation with news, without fear, and educate them without opinion.
And in warm South Florida and Costa Rica, welcome to all of you.
This 1 hour forum deepens connections, and it provides discussions on a range of topics including social emotional issues, improving relations with law enforcement, post-secondary education, careers, health and wellness, politics and race, inclusion and equality.
Focus on an initiative. Case in point tonight, you all were speaking about gun violence. Since I've been growing up, that's been a thing, especially living here in Florida.
Community Conversations, where it's all about highlighting the talented youth in our communities and the great things that they are doing.
In terms of encouraging women's involvement in civil rights activism.
Community Conversations.
Good evening, all news enthusiasts. It's now 7:03 p.m. It's cloudy outside. I got a new hairdo, and I am Patrick P.J. Madison.
And I'm Abigail Gorian, and welcome to this week's edition of Community Conversations, where youth voices take the mic and the headlines get a remix. We're not just reporting in news, we're vibing with it. This week's crew is locked in and ready to roll. Let's kick things off with our very own Langston Roundtree, who will tell us about the trouble on the tarmac.
The government shutdown is stretching into day 10, and travelers are feeling the turbulence. Air traffic controllers are still expected to show up, even without pay. But guess what? Sick days are starting to stack up. Nashville's Tower hit pause on flights Tuesday night, and Burbank went ghost for 6 whole hours. Major airports from Phoenix to D.C. are reporting delays and cancellations, so if you're flying soon, pack patience. From Community Conversations, I am Langston Roundtree.
Thank you, Langston, for that very informative story. And while the calendar says fall, Mother Nature has other plans. Listen in as our Community Conversations, Jasmine Wright, gives us the 411.
Storm Jerry is spinning up in the Atlantic. Storm Jerry is spinning up in the Atlantic. The forecasters say it could level up to hurricane status real quick, even if it stays offshore. It's still flexing, kicking up dangerous surf along the East Coast. Just last week, Humberto and Imelda sent 9 homes in North Carolina straight to the sea. So as you can see, climate change isn't just a theory. It's knocking on the shoreline. For Community Conversations, I'm Jasmine Wright.
Now, let's talk tech. In fact, let's listen in as Langston Roundtree tells us about a group of teens who are taking charge.
In Mountain View, California, high schoolers are flipping the script on AI in the classroom. Instead of waiting for grown-ups to make the rules, these students, tech interns, gather feedback, built a chatbot made by AI, and drafted their own policy. Drew Vijay, 17, said, "At best, middle schoolers might not listen to adults, but they'll listen to us." That's youth leadership in action. For Community Conversations, I am Langston Roundtree.
And speaking of tech, if your dog's got a habit of hounding out the backyard, you know what? Gloria, now tell us about that ring. That Ring's Got Your Back.
Starting next month, their doorbell cams with launch a digital search party when Fido goes missing. Neighbors can opt in, and AI will scan footage of your runaway pup. Once the dog's found, the system shuts down. Cat lovers, your virgin's coming soon. Meow, that's progress. For Community Conversations, I am Gloria L. Manderson. Don't forget my name. You will thank me later. Last week, we told you about Aviation Day at Palm Beach International Airport. Well, several high schoolers got a bird's eye view of the aviation industry, from aircraft traffic control to aircraft maintenance and drone tech. And just 2 weeks ago, I had a similar awesome opportunity to experience aviation at its best at the SAFE Expo in Opa-locka. There were lots of pilots, drones, simulators, and I had a chance to hear from someone who was a military pilot, but also his experience with his ministry and his community to make others' lives a difference. Let's listen in.
It's Safe Aviation Day here at the Signature Aviation and in Miami-Dade County, and we have with us Mr. James Erkins. What would you like us to address you by?
James Urquhart is fine, or you can call me James.
Okay.
I'm in the military, so I've been addressed by a lot of things, but yeah, so.
I have a few questions to ask you.
Okay.
My first one is,
as we wait for the video
what inspired you to become a pilot?
I'm just going to share some of
Inspired me to be a pilot. So it started off when I was young, pretty much like yourself, just coming to different aviation events, seeing planes fly, going to various air shows, smelling the fuel of the plane, seeing the power and the speed. I'm like, you know what, I can do that. So it was cultivated from that. And eventually I went from just standing there, being at air shows, to actually sitting in cockpits, asking questions, to being able to fly them. And it kind of went from there. And then my mother, when I was younger, she was very instrumental in me becoming a pilot. She used to bring airplanes all the time. And then my grandfather, who was 82nd Airborne, we spent up all night just talking about aviation, Tuskegee Airmen, and that's what just kind of developed that fire. And that led me to eventually go to high school, join Civil Air Patrol, and then go to college, study mechanical engineering, because I had the desire to learn more about aviation and how mechanics and stuff worked, which led me to being commissioned as an officer in the Air Force, through Air Force ROTC. And that kind of started my path, and I went to pilot training from there for the Air Force.
As a pilot, I'm sure you've flown many planes. Which one do you think would be your favorite?
To be honest with you, I haven't flown it yet. I love anything that has wings on it. I've flown anything from something small like this, a Cessna 172, to a glider which has no engine, to KC-135s in the military, which is an Air Force refueler. It's actually used by multiple different services. I flew the 208 Caravan, and also the PC-12 Pilatus, which is the U-28, and I've been taking all those airplanes into combat to serve the country. So I've also had the opportunity to fly some rotor wing. It's in the civilian side. So anything I get my hands on is pretty much fellow to fly.
You have a ministry, Swain Aviation Ministry.
Yes.
What reason and what did you want to fulfill with that ministry?
Well, Christ is the center of my life. I know that I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. And I keep that in my heart. My main goal with Swan Aviation Ministries is to inspire the youth through aviation, use it as a tool. But the main thing is to spread the word of God. And I want to make sure that everyone around me understands the true power that Christ has. I mean, flying an airplane is amazing, but every time I go up in the plane, I know it's not me. He's just using me, and he's keeping me safe. And he's allowing me to not only take off and do cool stuff in the air, but land safely back so I can come back and, do what I need to do. So.
In the American aviation, you know that there's not as many black pilots as there are for other races.
Right.
What encouragement do you have for those races that there are not a lot of representation for them in the American aviation?
To be honest with you, I would say you, right? So this seeing you here and exposure, I want to make sure that seeing is believing, right? I can tell you all day that I'm a pilot, but actually seeing it being done is important. I never forget, it was a couple years ago, I was just walking around and I was in a store, and the lady said, "What do you do?" And I said, "I'm a pilot." And she said she wasn't aware that there were black pilots, and that was in 2023. So I feel that it's very important that we come to events like this, expose everyone to aviation to see what's possible, what's available to you. Because you can do anything that you want to do if you put your mind to it. And that's what I want to do, inspire all types of youth to aviation. And you never know where it's going to go. Some may be pilots, some may be mechanics, but it's just my job to instill that and show that possibility.
Thank you for your time and everything you've done.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you. All right.
That was indeed a very powerful video. And, you know, he's right. And hearing it made me think, I haven't really seen a lot of black pilots recently.
Yeah, you don't really see them a lot.
But it was great how you got a chance to actually go out and meet one. And I know that must have been really amazing for you.
Yes, it was.
Well, if you are a Palm Beach County graduating senior, and considering studying the vocational services, this one's for you. Community Conversations, Jasmine Wright has the 411 on how to save some money and get money that can be yours.
Hey class of 2026, this one is for you. America's 250 Scholarship Project just dropped, and it's giving away 250 scholarships worth $1,000 each to graduating seniors across Palm Beach County. That is 250 chances to turn your story into college cash. It all started back in 9th grade when you got your copy of the DAR Constitution book. Now, as we approach the 250th century of civic values, personal growth, and community impact, need help? The KOB Mentoring Network has your back with 3 free workshops in October. Zoom sessions will be held on Tuesday, October 21st, and Thursday, October 23rd, from 6 to 7:30 p.m. In-person session will be on Saturday, October 25th, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Mandel Public Library, 411 Clematis Street, West Palm Beach. Essay deadline, November 2nd, 2025. The goal, at least 10 winners per high school. So don't sleep on this. The goal, at least 10 winners per high school. Your voice matters. Your story matters. And this scholarship matters. Could be your launch pad. For Community Conversations, I'm Jasmine Wright.
And finally, we're ending with a spicy twist. Gloria now smells something finger-licking good. What can you tell us? A man claiming to be Colonel Sanders' great nephew is stirring the pot on TikTok, dropping what he says is the legendary KFC recipe. 11 herbs, spices, and a whole lot of drama. He's beefing with the family and the brand, but social media's already side-eyeing the leak. Will it stick or will it deep fried in doubt? Stay tuned for community conversations. I am Glenda Manson. You will thank me later.
Well, knowing the TikTok community, it's definitely getting deep fried in doubt. Now, anyways, tired of hearing that all the news is always negative? Yes, we hear it all the time. But guess what? That's not the whole story. Here at Community Conversations, we flip the script. This youth-powered podcast is your go-to for real stories, good vibes, and major inspiration straight from the voices of young changemakers in your neighborhood and around the globe. From STEM breakthroughs to community wins, we're spotlighting the good stuff that mainstream media misses. So, if you know someone who's ready for a fresh take, hit them up, call them, text them, DM, email, carrier pigeon, Pony Express, whatever. Let them know that Community Conversations is live and lit. You've got time to tune in, and they've got time to catch up. This is your news, your voice, and your moment. Don't scroll past. Press play and pass it on.
Public service announcement. KOP Cars Drive, Hope for It. In our community, a car isn't just a vehicle, it's a lifeline. It is the difference between getting to class, making it to work, or picking up your kids on time. That is why KOP Cars is on a mission to turn donated cars into transformational gifts for families and college students who need them. KOP Cars receives donated vehicles from generous individuals like you, then places them directly into the hands of deserving recipients, hardworking students, single parents, and families striving to build a better future. Your old car could become someone's new beginning. It is a tax-deductible donation, and you are creating local impact. You are part of a real story of hope. Whether your vehicle is running or resting, KOP Cars will handle the process with care, integrity, and purpose. Together, we can remove transportation barriers and drive opportunity forward. To learn more or donate, visit 855-KOP-MN91. Let's keep our community moving, one car, one family, and one future at a time. KOP Cars, because every journey deserves a chance. If this is your first time vibing with us, welcome to the squad. You just tapped into Community Conversations, the youth-powered podcast that's been dropping unfiltered, unstoppable, and unapologetically uplifting news for 5 straight seasons. And guess what? Season 6 just launched, and we're coming in hot. We're talking real stories about real young people doing big things in courtrooms, classrooms, and churches, and across the globe. If it's youth-led or youth-driven or youth-inspired, we're on it. So don't scroll past. Make us your Friday night favorite. Whether you're chilling at home or riding with your crew, hit play and let the good news roll. Community Conversation, where youth voices lead and the world listens. Season 6 is here. Let's go.
All right, people. All right, fam. Grab your tea mugs, fluff up those neck pillows, and get ready to be schooled, schmooshed, and slightly roasted because Mr. John and Mr. C-Ron are coming up next, and they are bringing more heat than a Florida sidewalk in July, even though it's October. With those two, you'll never know what's coming out of the bag or suitcase. From parenting tips to political zingers and a eulogy for the voicemail era. Rip to leave a voicemail after the beep. They're serving up wisdom with a side of undefeated dad jokes. The takes, bold. The stories, unfiltered. The hair, gray. The delivery, sharper than your grandma's church hat. So buckle up, Gen Z and beyond, because the grown-ups are clocked in, tuned up, and ready to remind you why experience still runs the show. This is Trending Now, where wisdom meets wit and the elders get their shine. Let's roll, everybody.
When I move my body just like this, I don't know why, but I feel like freedom. I hear a song that takes me back, and I let go with so much freedom. Freedom, I'm gonna get, 'cause it's my freedom.
Gotcha. I'm back again for week 2. Since, the government shutdown is still happening, like I said last week, Mr. C-Ron still took his time to just shut himself out of community conversations. How are you doing tonight, Brother John?
Man, it's gotten cool here, man. In South Carolina, what is the temperature here? Yeah, man, I woke up, already got the coat out, man. It's in the 50s. So yeah, man, it's a little chilly in Columbia. I know it's definitely warmer in South Florida, but fall is here, man. Next thing you know, it's gonna be Thanksgiving, and
fall's
next thing
here.
you know, it's gonna
You can't
be
feel it.
next thing you know, it's gonna be the winter break season. So but outside of that, man, just just a normal weekly grind of just trying to get to Friday. And so what about you, man? How was the week for you?
Oh, my week was great, still doing well in school. Actually, last night I went to the Kravis Center to see Step Africa and their step performance. And one of our own community conversations people, Langston Roundtree, also went with me. So Jeremiah, if you want to bring him in and we can talk about it really quickly before we move on.
All right.
Hey, so I just wanted to give a little bit of history about Step Africa. They've been doing this for quite a long time now, and we were so very blessed to go see it live at the Kravis Center. Langston, how did you think the performance was?
It was amazing. Like the first half before the intermission, I couldn't believe what these people were doing, especially like young people as well, and their moves were to the hacking matched. It's like a whole entire history from like how like music was African American music or African music was then, and how we made it to music now. Like when you just used to do the drums and the tribes to the blues, to bebop, which is jazz, and a lot of other stuff. It's just, I loved it, and church music as well. Let's not forget that. Yeah, and then for like the second half, that's when it started to get like and a little more of like the new generation,
modern.
In other words, like modern. Those suitcases.
Oh yes, for sure. There was performers with suitcases, and there was no music. It was just them step dancing, and it was like so beautiful and so impactful. And at the end of the show, when they were giving like their speech, or not, I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was the director or a cast member, but she was giving like a speech about like why they're doing what they're doing. And a name came up by the name of Jacob Lawrence. So I just want to give some insight about that. Step Africa's signature work, The Migration, which is what it was called. The performance, it's called The Migration. It reflects on Jacob Lawrence. It's based on Jacob Lawrence's iconic painting series, that chart the story of African Americans moving from the North to the South,
Yes.
from the South to the North, sorry, in the
What?
early 1900s. And each piece uses a very specific image and color palette and motifs in the painting series that tell a very astonishing and very, very, very inspirational story, pulsating rhythms and visually stunning moments. And when me, my mom, and Langston and his mom went last night, it was just so amazing. And and as a theater major at Dreyfus School of the Arts, it just brings me so much joy to see African Americans on the stage like that, performing like that, especially with visual art, all aspects of theater, visual art, instruments, theater, dancing, and everything. So, but
how was the turnout?
oh, it was amazing. The turnout was amazing. Any other notes, Langston?
Well, as I'm saying, those people did phenomenal. I feel very happy that our own people are still expressing ourselves, no matter what they're saying or what they're doing to try to bring us down. There's always going to be that one spot where we're still going to be lifted up, and I'm happy because our power is never unmatched. No way to bring that down. And I feel, well, I bet we kind of, maybe all of us feel well represented, but that show, and proud, that show was something. I love it.
It was. Well, thank you for joining us on Trending Now, Langston.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep on moving with the program. So, but as we were saying, about Mr. Ceron being missing for the second week in a row, you know what he always says: the show must go on, and we got to keep it pushing.
And so I know, you mentioned about the shutdown. And so obviously during the shutdown, it seems like a lot of the workers currently are not getting paid and probably won't get paid during this time period. And so is that what they call a furlough? What is that exactly?
A furlough, that is a great question, and that is the main reason why we have the great Google today. But it is a temporary unpaid leave of absence from work due to lack of funds. So basically it's a shutdown, like what is happening right now. But I hope that this shutdown gets lifted soon and that people that need to get paid because money is very important, especially in this economy.
And kind of to your point, eventually, that puts pressure on the lawmakers, right? When different people of your state, different people are struggling with government jobs. And so as those calls and letters come in, imploring their state representatives to try to get some kind of deal done to open up the government, that's going to continue. And as time goes along, there'll be more and more pressure, to get a deal done. So, I'm hopeful for that. I think, moving on to some positive news, hold on to your campaign hats. Jonathan Bush, so he's the cousin of former President George W. Bush, is officially in the race to become governor of Maine.
All right. We got another
That's
Bush.
right.
We got another Bush coming into office.
And that's typically how politics, goes in this country, where different people and different lineages, continue on. And so, yeah, the Bush family seems like they'll be back in the mix. Obviously, they've had 2 U.S. presidents within the family, some senators, some ambassadors. And so now they may be adding a 3rd governor to the legacy. So More to come on that. The 56-year-old Republican and health tech entrepreneur launched his campaign this week, calling himself a disruptor and a job creator, ready to shake up Maine's status quo. His pitch, a $1 billion income tax cut, more natural gas access, and keeping young Mainers from leaving the state. But in a blue-leading battleground, he'll need more than name recognition to win over the voters.
Right. And speaking of name recognition, one visitor at California's fast food joint did not have a problem with being recognized, and he forced the Moravia, the Moravia, California restaurant into a reptile rescue. Now, you'll never guess where this is at. I'll give you a hint. It starts with an N, and then it ends with an out. That's right. It's at In-N-Out Burger, and they spotted a ball python slithering through the drive-through lane. My experience with ball pythons, you have nothing to worry about. They're not going to hurt you. But Humane Society workers say that the snake was someone's pet, and thanks to a viral Facebook post, the owner saw the news and came forward. I just want to wonder how that happened. Like, was he just chilling at home, noticed that his snake was missing, was like, I guess I can't find my snake. I'm going to scroll on Facebook. Hey, that looks like my snake at the local In-N-Out. It's just
How
funny.
does that happen?
It's just funny to me how people find ways to lose their exotic animals. And even worse, the python had been missing for 2 months, and now it's back home safe and sound. And maybe just hold the fries next time.
Man, that's definitely an interesting story. I wonder, just in general, for any workers working at a fast food restaurant, just maybe some of the funny stories or experiences they have with people coming through the drive-through, whether
They're
it's
gonna have the most
people,
funny stories.
obviously
Their family.
reptiles.
They're gonna come
You
home and be
name
like,
it.
they're gonna come home and be like, Ma, you will never guess what I saw at the In-N-Out. I saw a snake.
So yeah, those stories can go on and on. And so, I'm happy that it seemed that this result turned out to be a good result. And they were able to, return the python back to its rightful owner. So,
And ball pythons are a phenomenal pets. Especially like here in Florida. Ball pythons are the main domestic snake that people buy because they're not hostile, they're very friendly. If you're down here in the downtown Delray Beach area, I recommend you going up to Ocean Drive to Sandaway Discovery Center to meet a ball python. That is a little bit of a shameless plug because I work there myself. So I feel like that's a great way to learn a little bit about our ball python there.
Nice, man. In moving on, so history is about to be made in Japan, where Sanaa Takachi is poised to become the country's first ever female prime minister. Elected leader of her party last Saturday, she's expected to take office later this month. But politics was not always her dream. She once rode motorcycles and played drums in a rock band. From punk beats to policy briefs, she is rewriting the playbook on leadership.
That is a full 180 right there. She went from rebellious teen to leading the country. That's a great turnaround right there. And hopefully,
it seems like similar to, so when I was in London, similar to whatever the controlling party is. So I would say here, the controlling party is the Republican Party if you look at, the House and the Senate.
Right.
And so, but theoretically, the president doesn't always necessarily have to come from the controlling party. Whereas in London, which it seems like is similar here in Japan, where if you are a member of the controlling party, then just they're almost like the Speaker of the House, but whoever they elect as their leader of the controlling party then basically becomes the president. So it's not like a separate election where, you know, the Republicans can control the House and Senate, but then you can have a Democratic president. So thought that was interesting, and it seems like it's a similar setup. If I'm wrong about that, I'm relying on our listeners to call, text, let me know if I'm wrong about
call us
that.
out.
Call us out, man. We always want to be
throwing a timestamp in the comments saying at this point in time, Brother John said this, and it's really incorrect.
We always want to be as accurate as possible, and sometimes you know, that's just the whole purpose of this show, is to bring the news and to talk about the great things that are going on in our community, but also interesting things in the world. So
exactly,
I could be wrong. I've actually never been to Japan, but I was trying to put two and
that
two
is a dream
together.
of mine.
So.
It is a dream of mine to go to Japan.
Nice.
Now, before we close out, again, Mr. C-Ron, wherever you are, sipping tea or dodging questions, or even playing the role of master negotiator, we're holding it down right here in Community Conversations. Now, folks, this has been trending now on Community Conversations, where the younglings like me keep us honest, and the grown folks like Mr. John keep spicy. Stay tuned, stay curious, and keep your eyes on the headlines. Until next time, folks.
Peace.
Peace.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go home.
Mic check, 1, 2.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go home. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart. Good night.
And good night, folks. And good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you
are. Oh, hi.
Hello again.
Hello.
Let's move on. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. You've just tapped into Community Conversation, the podcast that's powered by youth, built for truth, and ready to shake up your newsfeed. We're not here to scare you, and we're not here to tell you what to think. We're here to inform you without fear and educate you without opinion. Because facts matter, and your voice does too. Using remote tech and real talk, we connect the stories that matter, from classrooms to courtrooms, and from TikTok trends to global movements. If it's relevant, we're on it. If it's youth-led, we're amplifying it. So plug in, turn us up, and get ready to hear the world through a whole new lens. This is Community Conversations, and we're just getting started.
Okay. Today we actually have someone coming in that was meant to be in Trending Now, but I apologize that I haven't introduced you. That is completely on me. We have Dr. Linda here.
Hello, everybody. How are you all? Thank you for having me.
Of course. How are you? I'm so sorry that for this.
It's okay. It's just fine. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. So if you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, about who you are and what you do.
There's a little delay, but it's all good.
Oh, there's a delay?
Yes, there is. But that's fine. We're good.
Okay. So, did you hear my question though about who you are and what you do?
No, I did not. I did not, but that is fine. I am Dr. Linda Collymore, and I am the owner and the CEO of what we call the Diplomat Center here in Riviera Beach. And so what we
Oh.
do is we actually have a beautiful co-working space here. We are a hub, and we do things like podcasting, and we have a lot of events and so on here as well. There's a church here in this location, and we rent offices, but then we also do very phenomenal things in the community, like Black Wall Street, what I'm about to talk with you about.
Okay. And speaking of, I just wanted to ask what inspired you to bring the Legacy in Motion Black Wall Street Black Wall Street South Summit to Riviera Beach?
Well, first of all, Riviera Beach has always had a heart and a talent and a history for greatness. It just needed a platform. So with Legacy in Motion, Black Wall Street South, that is our platform. And so it's our moment to build an economic blueprint that honors our past, and then it also empowers our future. And we're excited about it.
All right. Well, that sounds really amazing. Now, I hear that the summit promises more than just inspiration, and it's about action. So can you walk us through some of the key sessions and opportunities attendees can expect over the next few days?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, when we talk about economics with this summit, it's hands-on empowerment. And people will be learning things like financial literacy and entrepreneurship training. Even with the youth, we will have like HBCUs that are there to talk with them. They will learn how to actually prepare themselves for pitch contests. We're going to have roundtable discussions that a community comes together, empowers one another, and allow the dollars within that community to turn so many times. When the dollars begin to turn in a community, and we do that by buying from each other, sharing with each other, then what happens is that community becomes empowered, and a lot of things that they can do from within. So the attendees, they're going to leave with real tools, they're going to leave with resources, and they're going to leave with connections, not just motivation, but they're going to see and they're going to touch how to do this.
All right. Abigail Glorianne, do you have any questions for her?
No, I think she explained it very well, and that is really impactful for people who need a place to just learn how to express themselves and be motivated better.
Of course. So you have brought in some powerhouse voices. Do you mind telling us about them?
Oh, I would not mind at all. Well, first of all, we have Hannibal Johnson. First of all, both of these amazing men, they are trailblazers. They both know how to bridge history and economics as it relates to our community. Hannibal Johnson, that will be our first speaker. He reminds us where we came from. He us about Black Wall Street and how it was burnt down and how it motivated the community. We're involved in it. We're so empowered. John Hope Bryant is another one of our speakers. And what he does is he shows us how that experience helps us, and he shows us where we can go from there. So together, inspire ownership, they inspire wealth building. They also give us the courage to think generationally. we're not just doing things for ourselves, but we're doing economics and building business for our children and for their children and so on. So it's really going to be a very powerful and impactful time that day. I'm excited about it.
I'm so glad.
I have a question before you go. You have, as day 2 takes place at your home base, you have the Diplomat Center. What role does the center play in your summit, and how does it reflect your broader mission of community empowerment?
Absolutely. So this building that I am in and that I always like to say God gave us, building is, we called it and we termed it or dubbed it, as you would call, the Diplomat Center. And it is the place where diplomats meet. That's what we say. So the Diplomat Center is, we call it the heart of the community transformation. It is a hub, and the hub is where people come together, they exchange ideas, they empower one another, they support one another. So that is just a place where faith, where business takes place, and also where innovation meets. So when we host these events, this particular one, Black Wall Street Legacy in Motion, the second day is going to be here, and it represents everyday work that we do to build up opportunities and to build up our community and our legacy right here at home.
Well, that's amazing.
For those listening tonight who may be on the fence, or maybe they're unsure if this summit is for them, what would you say to encourage them to show up or invest in their own legacy?
In their own legacy. Well, I would tell them, hey, don't just watch history happen, be a part of history. This is history in the making. We have those that have come together and sponsored these events or this particular event, and you're able to be a part of something that has never been done in the history of this city. So this summit is for anybody who wants to grow. It's for anybody who wants to connect, and anybody who wants to leave a mark that outlives them. All of it, that's what legacy is, leaving a mark that outlives you. So I would tell them your presence matter, and your legacy starts now, the moment you hit that door. So I'm inviting everyone to come out.
Well, since you're inviting everyone, can you tell the people at home and the people in the back how they can join in and accept this invite?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, we have a website, and it's www.diplomatcenter. Go to that website. All of the information about this summit is actually on there, and they can purchase tickets for $55. In fact, you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to offer a discount. There's a little code that I want to give just to those who are on this broadcast. What is that discount code called? It's called SBA VIP. If they put that in, SBA VIP, then they're going to get a discount. And anybody who lives in Riviera Beach, because our partner is the city of Riviera Beach, they can come free. So as long as their address is in Riviera Beach, actually come for free. And so also the Black Chamber of Commerce is one of our partners as well. The mayor is going to be there, and so many others. So I would tell them to jump on that website, www.diplomatcenter.org, and make sure they find themselves on the 8th to the 17th of October, which is going to be at the marina. I wish I could give you the address for the marina, but The first day is going to be at the Riviera Beach Marina. It's all on the website. And then the second day is going to be right here at the Diplomat Center, which is 4119 West Blue Heron Boulevard. Oh, yes. Thank you very much. So the address for the event center or the marina is 130 East 13th Street. So the first day is going to be there, and the second day is going to be right here at home at the Diplomat Center.
Before you go, putting on an event of this magnitude, I'm sure, takes a lot of coordination. Do you have any sponsors or volunteers that you'd like to acknowledge?
Absolutely. Well, the first sponsor that we want to acknowledge is Mr. C. Ron Allen, because he is taking his time out and he's with us. And we are so honored to have him with us. That's one. So if I had a shout out, I'd say, yay. And then the second, we've got the City of Riviera Beach. The City of Riviera Beach has been a very, very strong sponsor for us as well. And they've been so kind to let us use the marina, which is like a big place where everybody always wants to go. And then we also have the Black Chamber of Commerce, you know, which they love to empower business in the Black community and just teach us and inform us on how to be better business people and allow us to elevate ourselves, our lives in the community. So they are others that I would love to acknowledge as well. And thank you guys for having me on.
Thank you for taking time out of your day.
Hey, that was easy. The hard part was answering all these questions.
Trust me, it'll get easier once you practice.
I'm gonna practice some more. So next time I come back on, I'll do so much better.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and you have a safe and wonderful weekend.
Thank you very much. Thank you all so much for giving me this opportunity.
It was a pleasure.
It was a very great pleasure. Alrighty, folks. Well, that was a very bad on my behalf. I meant to put her in trending now, but due to unforeseen circumstances, I completely misread that. But we got her in, and I'm so glad we got a chance to learn about hers, and I'm very glad. Now, moving on, we're going to stop the scroll, and we're going to cue the confetti because we've got... Oh, go ahead, interrupt. Very rude, Jeremiah. But anyways, I'm just joking. But we've got a few birthday shout outs that's about to light up the mic. A massive joy-packed happy birthday to Jedon Osbury, Ronnie Dunyar, Errol Hibbert, and Ida Smith. I really hope I got those names right. I'm very, very sorry if I butchered those names. And whether you're celebrating with cake, crew, or just catching a vibe solo, we're sending you all the love, laughter, and legendary energy you deserve. From your fam here at Community Conversations, we hope your week is full of good news, great music, and moments that make you feel unstoppable.
Got a birthday coming up? Know someone who's celebrating this week? Don't keep it quiet. Let us hype it up. Here at Community Conversations, we're all about giving props where they're due. If you know someone who wants a birthday shout out, let us hit them up. Text 855-KOP-N91 or email KOP communityconversations@gmail.com. Don't forget the S on conversations. Here's the sweet part. Literally, you might just score a free smoothie or shake from our friends at Sweet Life Nutrition in Riviera Beach. That's good vibes and good flavor. So go ahead, spread the word, send that name, and let us celebrate you the only way Community Conversations can. Youth-powered and celebration approved. Let's go.
Hello, Community Conversations gang. Greeting from Mount Joseph Primary in St. Mary, Jamaica. We love watching you.
What? So many things just happened like all at once. I am very confused. I have 3 questions. Where did he get the chainsaw from? Where did he get the welder from? How does a cat even know how to build a paraglider? You know what?
I don't have the answers for
No,
those.
I don't want to ask questions that I don't want to know the answers to. Let's just
Yeah. Well, tonight's episode of Community Conversations is looking hot. And that's thanks to our behind the scenes superstar, the one and only Jeremiah. He's not just our cinematographer and engineer, he's a proud product of Dr. Joaquin Juan Garcia High School. And he's bringing excellence straight to the soundboard and the screen. From camera angles to crisp audio, Jeremiah's got it locked down. So while you're vibing with the voices on the mic, just know the magic wouldn't happen without him. Want to catch past episodes and see more youth-powered brilliance? Head over to YouTube and type KOP Mentoring Network in the search bar. Trust us, you'll want to binge every drop of wisdom, creativity, and community fire that we've been serving. Big love to Jeremiah and all the young legends making this show shine.
All right. Do you have something to say? Do you want a shout out, a question answered, or just to drop a little love on the pod? Hit us up on our toll-free line at 855 KOP-MN91. That's right. The call is on us, so do not hold back. Whether you're vibing with the show, repping your school, shout out Dreyfus, or just want to hear your voice on air, we're here for it. This is your podcast powered by youth, and we want to hear from you. And this segment is brought to you by the media masterminds at CRA Media Group, South Florida's top pick for personalized marketing and public affairs. If you've got a message, they'll help you make it better. Based in Delray Beach, Florida, and built on bold ideas, CRA's Media Group is South Florida's #1 choice. Again, #1 choice for all things media, marketing, and public relations. Whether you're launching a brand, promoting an event, or making headlines, they've got a strategy, the style, and the storytelling to make it pop. From digital campaigns to traditional press, CRA Media Group doesn't just follow trends, they set them. Led by visionary CEO C. Ron Allen, who is on hiatus, this team brings decades of experience, deep community roots, and a whole lot of creative fire. So, if you're ready to elevate your message and amplify your impact, Tap in with the best. CRA Media Group, where your story becomes the headline. Call them at 561-316-9802. Again, that's 561-316-9802, and you will be happy you did.
You sure will. Now, before we go, shout outs to our community conversation classroom. Miss Jen and her Blue Jays at Needville Middle School in Needville, Texas.
Mrs. Bing Benson and her Falcons at Gus Franklin in Victorville, California.
Miss Macchio and Ethan homeschooling in San Antonio, Texas.
And Miss Dillinger and her Beach Eagles at McDonald in Georgetown, South Carolina. Now I'm hungry for McDonald's. From the Courtside Saints to country stars, caption screens and ancient skulls, and a farewell to a forest hero. This has been Community Conversations, where youth voices like us meet legacy stories. Stay curious, stay kind, and keep the mic hot. We are so grateful that you spent time with us, and we cannot wait to have you back next week. Yes, next Friday at 7 p.m. for another round of inspiring updates, wins, and global youth moves that matter.
From all of us behind the mic and behind the scenes, thank you for listening, sharing, and believing in the power of young people. Stay safe, stay curious, and enjoy your weekend to the fullest. Until next time, keep the conversation going.
Thank you for tuning in for another amazing rendition of Community Conversations. If you like what you saw tonight, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing with friends, families, and even acquaintances. Be sure to tune back next week for another amazing edition of Community Conversation.